Hi everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you've all heard me talk about Joe Write My Go, and just in case you haven't, let me do a quick update for you. Joe Write My Go stands for Joey's Writing Monthly Goal. It came about in November 2015, 5 years ago, when I was doing Nano for the first time. I had never done 50k in a month and I was in a serious writing slump. So I knew I wouldn't be able to get it done as 50k, as in writing 1,667 words a day, but I could write a page a day for every day there was in November, so 30 pages. And I did it. Sometimes I did more than that, but boom. As December hit, I started the hashtag that I'm sure only I ever use and kept going. It eventually led to books getting finished earlier and then chapters being the focus more than the pages, but you've all seen that I talk about pages in my Life of Joey recount every month, so that's why. So having been 5 years since I first started doing this, what have I learned in that time? 1. Goals are good. I had always set myself goals, but since I struggled to work to a deadline, it wasn't ever a thing that I really pushed myself on. I'd see a lot of other writers do huge goals. I wonder if I could manage that one day. But at the same time, I didn't really know what I was doing, so trying to hit something massive was never going to get it done. Some people can do that. I, at that point, couldn't. So I started small and built my way up to what I manage today. And even then, sometimes I need extra time, but I seriously learned that I could see what I can manage and hit just above that. Having the monthly goals on my private blog was great. Having the bi-monthly goals here on Authortube, also great. And then getting set up with the sticky notes and then a planner really helped me stretch that time and know what I could achieve in any given month. And part of learning that was through starting Joe Write My Go. Number 2, it doesn't have to be extreme. Coming in from that last point, when setting myself goals, I know that you can start small. You can go for the absolute minimum and then build up if you want to. I know that I'm really lucky and that this is pretty much my job. I don't have outside work demanding my time. Before Joe Write My Go, I'd been in uni, but it had been over a year since I graduated and I just couldn't get myself back into that working mindset. So in a way, I was tricking myself by having the goals so tiny that my brain didn't realize what I was trying to do. And it worked. Number 3, a writing routine is golden. A lot of the time, a writing routine is not where you write every single day. I mean, for short instances like Nano and the camps, it can be a good tool. But most writers, they're not writing every single day. They might be doing something related to work, but it's not an everyday or else you'll fail thing. Once my body was trained in that this was my writing time and this is when I work, it made sitting down on days when I didn't want to write really easy because I knew that it was only a page and it was the usual time to write. It meant that I was able to start writing faster and more often. It meant that I was able to know exactly what I needed to do and when, and that helped make things so much clearer for me writing wise, but also routine wise. I am more of a pantser than a planner, but I do love to know what I'm supposed to be doing when. So like I said before, getting into the planners and the sticky notes, it all helped me stay on track writing wise. And finally, number 4. I learned what I was capable of. A page a day isn't much when you write at the speed I did back then. I remember just feeling so energized when I got my page done, thinking, okay, I can come back to this tomorrow. And then after a week or so, I was thinking I should continue writing. And then it kind of snowballed from there. As you probably work out, I write more than a page a day now. I do around 80 pages a month at about 20 chapters, though I have pushed myself to do more. Like last Nano when I did 32 chapters and over 125 pages. I know my limits now, I know what I can manage, I know what I can achieve, and I know how to keep myself productive. So as an experiment after Nano ended, I'd say the hashtag did what it was supposed to do, even if no one else used it. So there we go, that is why I am somewhat celebrating the 5 years since I started Joe Write My Go, and even though, like I said, no one else has used it and it's never really become a thing, it still really worked for me and it did the job that it was supposed to do. In the beginning, I would keep myself accountable by posting on my blog and posting on Facebook pages and stuff how much I'd managed in the month, how many pages, how many words, how many chapters and stuff like that. And now I stopped that at the beginning of this year because it wasn't getting much engagement, and also I didn't need the accountability anymore. I was already at that speed where I was writing a chapter a day and doing my work. I didn't need that outside motivation anymore. So how are you finding Nano? I am starting 2 new projects for Nano, and I'm really kind of a bit nervous, but also looking forward to it because I'm going for 24 chapters to get me to the 50k. But I think it'll be going well. I don't know for sure, but I imagine that it would be going well because I record my videos in advance. So yeah. So how are things going for you? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like, or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. And don't forget to pick up a copy of Cramping Chronicles: The First Twinge, all the links for which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.